Okay. Good evening, all. Welcome to session 3 of HTM Qubits. I'm Yashash Mittal, your host for today. We all recognize the significance of hackathons, but the real challenge is in winning them. Today, we have Mr. Taranjot Singh with us, the champion of Smart India Hackathon 2022. With 6 hackathon victories under his belt, experience as a mentor, judge, and organizer, he brings us a wealth of knowledge. Not to mention, he's the brain behind the Hack Union Club. Let's dive in today's session.
So, hello Yashas and hello
Hello.
everyone. So, thank you for the introduction and let's start the session. So, first of all, I would like to share about my Smart India Hackathon 2022 journey, as many of you might be wanting to participate in the hackathon. So, considering Smart India Hackathon 2022 journey started from March 2022, right? So in March, our college authorities told us there has been some notification from SIH official website, and they are conducting some national level hackathon in which there will be various problem statements stated by various different government ministries, and as a student you have to uh, pick up a problem statement and then propose feasible solution to that. So as students we were all very excited for that, and uh, for that basically there needs to be conducted a internal level hackathon at college level. So basically if I share my experience, I prepared a team just one night before that internal hackathon. Matlab, that's a really ironical thing. So I prepared my team one night before, and then in the internal hackathon, we presented with a basically not so good idea, as it was just prepared within 2 to 3 hours of brainstorming among the team members, right? So after that internal round at college level, there needs to be selected 10 teams, which college recommends to the government authorities, plus 5 teams that they considers as waitlisted teams, right? So in that scenario, my team was being waitlisted. Like we were in the 5 waitlisted teams, and after that, various rounds were held. The government authorities, matlab, they read all the ideas, they read all the proposed solutions for different problem statements, and then in June 2022, we got a notification from Smart India Hackathon authorities that we have been shortlisted for the finale round at Bit Mesra College in Ranchi. So there was a lot of mixed thoughts. We were happy, we were shocked, as well as a bit of nervous at that time, as said, my team was in the waitlisted section, and we didn't expect it to be shortlisted for the finale round. So when we got shortlisted in June 2022, then we started looking for various mentors or past participants or winners of Smart India Hackathon, so that we could get to know about the entire process, and we could also get to know about the level of that hackathon, of which level we have to prepare a project and how could we win that hackathon. So then we also started brainstorming about our idea, making our idea look really good. We also did a lot of research work to make it feasible and scalable at the same time. So all this happened, and it was nearly it was done till August second week. So we had to go to Bit Mesra College for Smart India Hackathon on 25th August, and we had to participate in that hackathon in the fourth week of August. Smart India Hackathon is a 36-hour hackathon. You have to do the implementation part there only uh, for the next 36 hours, right? So participating in Smart India Hackathon was a really great experience for me. It was my first trip outside Delhi, to a completely different state with my a lot of friends. I had to manage like food, I had to manage like the project implementation, I had to handle the pressure of being a finalist in national level hackathon. So there were a lot of scenarios, lot of like situations and conditions. So but me and my team managed it. And if I tell you about like my experience during those 36 hours, so like in the first mentoring round, when we like proposed our idea, proposed our solution to the like mentoring and judging authorities, then uh, they didn't like our idea that much, as they told us that our idea lacks a particular USP. Like they also gave us some suggestions and wanted us to think out of the box and think of some unique or different matlab, uh, solutions to that problem. Like we were into healthcare and fitness domain, so they wanted us to like think out of the box and propose a completely different solution that caters to the needs of both young as well as old age people. So like after that first mentoring round, honestly, like we were not in great frame of mind, as our expectations were completely shattered, and like our morale was completely down. So but somehow me and the other team members like gained some spirit, gained some like uh, dedication and some courage. And then we brainstormed about some USPs that we could implement in our idea. Then for the next 1 hour, we brainstorm about the USPs. Then we started to like do the implementation part. Then in the second mentoring round, when we presented our idea again to those mentors, like they were like 30% satisfied that we can take these USPs forward and can further proceed the implementation part. All right. So now during the third mentoring round, like third mentoring round was at if I believe like in midnight. So during the third mentoring round, we proposed our idea with a lot more implementation. So like our implementation were nearly done 50%. So in that scenario, the mentors were more convinced with our idea. Like it seemed like they were 60 to 65% convinced with our idea that we are going in the right direction. We are proposing the great solution to the problem statement. So like after that third mentoring round, like we all believed that there might be a chance that we could win some position, first, second, or third position out of all 171 teams present over there. So, like, we didn't slept the whole night, and we focused on our implementation part. And then in the final presentation round, we like showcased our product, that is the Android application, with nearly 85% completeness of the solution. And like after the final presentation round, we also got the compliment from those mentors and judges that our presentation was the best uh, as compared to all other present in the auditorium. So like that was really a great compliment from them, like from like experiencing a setback in the first mentoring round to getting this compliment from the mentors or judges in the final round was really like great experience. Then when the result got announced, like we got third position out of 171 teams present over there. And that's about my like entire Smart India Hackathon 2022 experience. So, like, if I tell you guys honestly, so when I got to know about Smart India Hackathon, I was just a front end developer. That is, I knew only front end web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. But when I like participated in the Smart India Hackathon with a team, I had to learn backend web development, that is Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB data integration, Firebase, and all that stuff. So for Smart India Hackathon, I like started to prepare and learn backend web development as well. So that is the beauty of hackathons, as hackathons helps you in learning different tech stacks during that pressure situation. As when you get into a pressure situation, then only you get the motivation, dedication, and determination to learn a new tech stack and to learn and try out of the box things. So that's the scenario. And if in short, I have to say, then for me, hackathon is just like launching a startup product in a day. Like it's that sort of thing. Like hackathons are basically of 12 hour, 24 hour, or 36 hours. So like it's just like you have to think about all the aspects of a product or application or software or website in the span of those 12, 24, or 36 hours, and have to propose the entire things with business model, with implementation as well, in front of the mentors and judges. So that's about my experience, and that's how like hackathon goes. So like the main agenda of this session is like how to win a hackathon, right? So like I have described my entire journey of Smart India Hackathon. So I hope you liked it. Now we can move to the main part, that is how to win a hackathon. So like I have like mentored in 4 hackathons. I have participated in 15 hackathons, have won 6 out of them, have also judged a hackathon and organized 2 hackathons. So like I am like I'll be telling you about the steps to win a hackathon from my past journey, from my past experience. So like so that you could relate to that. So now, considering the steps to the so see, for winning a hackathon, you need to focus on the basic part, like absolute basics. Like most of the teams doesn't focus on the basic parts, and they try to like do some unique strategies, try to do some unique things, and in that process, they ends up like losing the hackathon, or doesn't getting the opportunity to present in the final round, right? So like the first step to win a hackathon is like find a problem. See, first step is like finding a great problem. See, we all have seen like all the startups, like they find a problem that is being experienced by a lot of people around them. Finding a problem doesn't mean like you find a problem that is being experienced by only 5 to 10 people. Finding a problem means that you have to like see around yourself. You have to see. You have to like constantly monitor your day-to-day life, and you have to find a problem that you are facing, and some of your friends, your family members, your relatives, or any other person in the world faces that. At least hundreds or thousands or lakhs of people if are facing that problem, and if you can't find a particular solution to that, then that is the main point, that is the main scenario when you can like look up to that problem and could consider that, right? So like first point is finding a great problem. For finding a great problem, you have to like talk to a lot of people. You will have to like see around yourself if you are facing something that is not being solved by any other person, and you have to like constantly keep your mind on to like being able to identify that problem. Identification of a problem is a very difficult thing. Like it's the first step to participating or winning a hackathon. All right. So the second step is like once you have find a problem, then the second step is like to develop a solution around them. Developing a solution means like you have to find out your target audience. So suppose my target audience is like people from like 22 to 30 years of age, right? So like my target audience is 22 to 30 years of age people. So I'll go to them and I'll ask them like you like do you experience this problem? And if they say yes, then I'll ask them like what do you think, like how your this problem could be solved, like what are your expectations regarding the solution of this problem. So in technical terms, this is known as primary as well as secondary research. Primary research is like going to your target audience and asking them about the problem, and secondary research is basically going to your target audience and asking them about the solution to that problem. So for developing a great solution, you have to like consider both primary research and the secondary research as well, and then we'll have to brainstorm with your team members. Then after brainstorming with your team members, then only you can prepare a feasible and viable solution to that particular problem, right? So like then third point involves like figuring out the features. So if you are like developing a product or application for a hackathon, then like you might think about 10 features for your solution, right? But the hackathon duration is 12, 24, or 36 hours. So you can't like develop all those 10 features during the duration of that hackathon. And then is the main thing, like you have to decide like three, four, or five main features of your solution, which you will focus on, which you will concentrate on, and only develop those three, four, or five features during the course of that hackathon. Like if you try to develop all those 10 features during the hackathon, then there might be a chance that you will end up that there might be a chance that you will end up like in completing it to 10 to 20% of the matlab, during the course of that hackathon. Then it's completely better to nearly bring it down to three, four, or five features, and then focus of completing those features to 80% completeness till the end of the hackathon. Then then there comes like fourth point, like know your USP. That is, getting to know your USP is the really a main thing. Like if you are experiencing a problem, and that problem is being solved by any other company or any other startup or any other business, then you have to figure out like what is the USP in your solution, what different you could propose to the audience. Why would audience buy your product or service? Why would audience use your application? You have to figure out the answers of all these questions. Then only like you can define the correct USP of your product or platform or service or website, right? So definition of USP is uniqueness of your product, unique selling proposition, right? So the fifth point that comes is like you need to prepare a solid business model. Like from my experience, in a lot of hackathons, I have seen like various teams doesn't nearly prepare a solid business model. They doesn't have even one business or revenue stream. So in my point of view, if you doesn't have a revenue stream, then your idea like couldn't be proposed to the final presentation round. At least you should have two to three business or revenue streams. Like for every solution, if it also like if it lies in social impact domain, like if you are preparing a solution for the betterment of humanity, for the betterment of community or society, then also you need a like at least one revenue stream to manage your platform cost, to manage your server cost, as well as to manage your database cost. Like you have to bear all these costs, then only you can launch it for public use, right? So that's the main scenario. Like you will have to try to figure out at least two to three business streams, solid business or revenue streams for your idea during the course of that hackathon as well. Then the sixth segment is like brainstorm about its vision, right? So like if you are thinking about a solution and if you doesn't have a proper vision to that, then if you doesn't have a proper like 2 to 3 or 5 years of vision to that, then it's of no use actually. Like I mentioned, like you have to focus on 3 to 4 or 5 features during the course of that hackathon, right? Then you will also have to propose to the judges or mentors that I have prepared this 3, 4, or 5 features now, but I'll be developing all those remaining 5 features after the course of the hackathon, and my vision is this. Like we are planning to we are planning to launch this particular feature as a special segment for our idea. So that is basically your vision that will like make your idea a really great solution as compared to the your competitors, as compared to the other ones who are also participating in the hackathon, right? So that is the sixth point, that is brainstorm about its vision. Then the seventh, that is last part, is to do the implementation part. Seventh part is like do the implementation part. Like you might all be thinking like implementation सबसे last क्यों है ना? You all might be thinking like why is implementation the last part? Implementation is the last part because all these 1 to 6 points helps you in reaching the finale round. but that implementation part helps you in winning that finale round, right? So implementation part is the last part because all those 6 points gets considered during first, second, and third mentoring rounds, right? Whereas implementation part gets considered during the final round. So you'll have to focus from 1 to 6 point. That is the problem, solution, features, USP, business model, and vision. Then only you have to start the implementation part and take the implementation part till 80% completeness, till the finale round or final presentation round of that hackathon. So if you follow all these 7 steps, then there will be nearly 100 or 110% that you could win a particular hackathon. If you like do these follow these 7 steps completely with great accuracy, then you can win any national, international, or any level hackathon with any kind of team. So that's all about the like steps I'll have to propose. So like over to you, Yashas. So all right. So any questions, audience? So audience, if you have any question, then you can definitely like put in the chat box. So after the end of the session, like when we will be concluding the session, I'll definitely answer all your questions that you have mentioned in the chat box, right? So now I have mentioned about the steps to win a hackathon, right? So now I'll tell you like how you can form a team with a diverse skill sets. All right. So if I consider my experience, so regarding my experience, it's better to have a team in which there is one front end developer, one back end developer, one ML developer who can like make ML models and like do the prediction or recommendation part, considering a feature. Then number fourth will be one designer, like who will do the UI UX design part, and the number fifth will be like one Web3 developer who can like connect a MetaMask wallet, like who can do token minting or who can do NFT minting wala part, right? So like a diverse team consists of a one front-end developer, one back-end developer, one ML developer, one designer, and the fifth one will be one Web3 developer, right? But if you are just starting participating in hackathon, if you are just starting to look for participating in hackathon, then you can try to form a team in which there will be like two front-end developers, two back-end developers, one designer, or any composition which you are getting initially. So like initially participating in hackathons is a really great thing. Like you'll get to know about the how to learn a particular tech stack in pressure situation, how to think about an idea, how to brainstorm about a particular idea, how to check for its feasibility, scalability, etc. All these factors you will learn during the course and during the pressure situation of that hackathon only, right? So like I would prefer like in the beginning, you all should start participating in online hackathons, right? So online hackathons may basically like you have to develop a product by being at your home, and then with the course of time, after getting some experience, you can try participating in offline hackathons, because offline hackathons, the experience that offline hackathon provides is just immense. Like offline hackathon helps you in like developing various skill sets, handling the pressure situation, managing a team, or it also showcases some of your leadership qualities or team management skills or working in a team type of skills. So that's the scenario of like building a strong team for participating in a hackathon. Like do try that all the team members present in a team should have like diverse skill sets. It shouldn't be like that if like I know React.js and there is also a person who knows React.js. So like there will be a situation when we both will be working on the same feature, we both will be devoting our time to the same thing. It shouldn't be that case. Like there needs to be division of the roles, there needs to be like a division of the work among the team members for winning or participating in a hackathon, right? So that's all about the like team building stuff. So audience, if you are having any doubts, I am repeating, like you can uh, type your doubt in the chat box. I'll be definitely answering in nearly 15 to 20 minutes. All right, in 15 minutes, surely. So, like, next question, if most of the people ask me, so I'm going to answering it here only. So the fourth segment is like how to convert your hackathon project idea into a startup. Like, we all are very like enthusiastic about business, about startups. So we all think about like we are participating in a hackathon, and we have developed a project, and like most of us think about converting it into a startup, right? So, but there are various scenarios like how to convert your hackathon project idea into a startup. So I'll be discussing that part now, right? So the first point of converting your hackathon project idea into a startup is you have to do primary and secondary research, as I have mentioned before as well. So I am repeating just a bit. Like, primary research means going to the target audience and asking them about the problem that they are facing. And secondary research means going to the target audience and asking them about the solution to the problem that they are expecting. That's secondary research. So for building a startup, first point is you have to do the primary research and secondary research. All right. Then second point is like you have to define your target audience. He like target audience actually hack on. Like it's matlab, students from the age of 12 to 20. It's people from the age of like 21 to 45, or it's old age people of age like 60 plus or 70 plus. So like you have to define the like main uh, target audience as well of your for the business plan that you are thinking, right? Then the second point about how to convert your hackathon idea into a startup is that is the target audience that I have already mentioned. And the third one is like you have to define a like solid go to market strategy. Like, defining a solid go to market strategy is a very big thing. Like you will need a lot of time to do that. Like the main idea of it is to finding the product market fit. Like we all might have like heard of this jargon, product market fit. A lot of startups fail in current scenario because they like gets unsuccessful in finding the absolute product market fit according to their target audience, right? So it's just like for example, if you are selling a comb to a bard person, then it's not the case, right? It will not be sold, right? So that's why you have to like check if your product or solution or service or application fits in which domain. Fits in the domain of students, fits in the domain of working professionals, fits in the domain of housewives, or fits in the domain of like old age people. So that's the third point of converting your hackathon idea into the startup. First one is doing primary and secondary research. Second one is defining your target audience and taking reviews from them. And the third one is like making a solid go to market strategy. So that's about that. So, audience.
Sir, audience have
Hmm,
a question on this part. Like,
hmm,
if my idea is not a startup idea, but the idea
hmm,
is good for hackathon, can
hmm.
that idea help me winning the hackathon?
Yeah, definitely. Like if your idea, like if you are considering your idea for hackathon perspective only, then you have to consider those like 7 points which I've already mentioned. Like first one is defining a great problem statement. Second one is solution. Third one is like brainstorming about those features that you will be implementing during the course of that hackathon. Then the fourth one will be like preparing a solid business model. Fifth one will be defining your vision. Sixth one will be like building a solid go-to-market strategy as well as defining the USPs. And the seventh one will be doing the implementation part. Implementation part comes last after those 1 to 6 points, right? So if you are focusing on winning a hackathon, then you have to like then every team member, like every team, has to consider those 7 points.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. So all right, now winning Arun Kumar has a question like winning a hackathon, how will it add a value to my resume? So Arun, basically winning a hackathon definitely adds a lot of value to anyone's resume. Like First of all, you can mention in your resume that you have participated in such and such hackathon, and you won that hackathon with this particular project. As well as in your resume, you in the products in the project section, you can definitely mention that project which helped you in winning or participating in that particular hackathon, right? So like during the course of hackathon, during the pressure situation, you will also get to know about a lot of technologies, about a lot of tech stacks. And the second one, like how it can help you in getting a job, or how it can help you in getting your resume shortlisted. So basically, when a lot of companies basically hires, so we all have might have heard about ATS score, right? So like in that ATS score scenario, sometimes they also check for like hackathons point as well. Sometimes they also search for hackathons, ki this person have participated in any hackathon or not, because nowadays hackathon is just like developing your skill sets, and matlab, preparing your skill set or practicing your skill set in that pressure situation, right? So a lot of companies actually hire because of hackathons. Like if I mention, then Flipkart hires through Flipkart Grid, then Google hires through like Google Girl Hackathon, Microsoft through Microsoft Fixathon, Mintra through Mintra Hacker Ramp, and Uber through HackTag, right? So all these like product based companies hires through a lot of hackathons. That's why some of the time they also search for hackathons word in your resume while shortlisting your resume on the basis of that ATS score, on the or on the basis of the software they are using for shortlisting hackathon, for shortlisting resumes.
Uh, so as you just
Hmm,
mentioned, like the hackathons help in getting me a job, and I get
hmm,
shortlisted on that purpose.
hmm,
How and there is a lot of pressure while a hackathon is going on. So
hmm.
how a team manages its role, a team member manages its role, and how a team does a time management to achieve in the given time frame.
All right. So basically, I'll answer this question like key hackathon is divided matlab, into three parts. Like there are three types of hackathons, like
Yeah.
12-hour hackathon, 24 hours, and 36 hours. So in 12-hour hackathon, like you have to give at least 2 to 2.5 hours in finding the problem, defining the solution, also like defining the features that you will be building in your product, right? So after that 2.5 hours, like you start building your product, you start the implementation part. And in the implementation part, like you have to divide that work in such a manner, like some persons are doing like a front end part, some are doing back end part, and some person is doing designing part. Or if there is any ML person, then that person is like using Python to like develop that ML model. Or if there is Web3 person, that person might be just building some smart contract. So like the work division goes in that way. And then you will have to like maintain a common GitHub repo, and all the members need to like push their stuff, push their work in that GitHub repo only. And like all the domains gets connected just when the mentoring rounds gets about to start. Like if the first mentoring round gets starts at like 3 p.m. In the afternoon, then you have to like connect the front end part that is built till now, the back end part that is built till now, and the database. You have to connect those at nearly like 2:30 p.m., right? So like so that you could showcase that this much progress we have did. And this is basically we are trying to build during the entire course of hackathon. So like that goes like if you plan well during any 12-hour, 24-hour, or 36-hour hackathon, then you can definitely like cut that pressure part which everyone faces while participating in hackathons. Like everyone gets anxiety, everyone gets tension during that hackathon duration, because sometimes there comes any error, sometimes some bug doesn't get resolved. So like if you manage the time in such a way that we'll define this much time for front end part, this person will define this much time for back end part, and this person will be doing designing part. So like if you divide the roles according to the skill sets, and if you do like time management according to the mentoring and judging rounds, then only like you can survive that pressure situation of the hackathon, and then only you can like proceed till the finale round and can present in front of the judges, and then only like you can win a particular hackathon.
Okay, so thank you so much, sir.
So like Neha Sharma has a question like how to choose a right team in hackathon. So Neha, basically choosing a right team for a hackathon is a really great and difficult task. Like when I used to participate, I also like faced this issue during my time as well. So when you have to choose the right team, then you first of all need to think about your skill sets. Like if I think about myself, like I am a backend web developer by skill, so matlab, I can like matlab, handle the backend part, right? So like what I would now need, I would need a front end developer because I need a person who has expertise in front end part. So I'll try to find some people who will have expertise in front end part, right? So when I'll find such a person, then I try to find a great UI UX designer so that that person could design the website well, right? Then if I get that designer, then I'll have to figure out like if I need any other person in backend web development part, or I can manage it by myself. So if I can't manage it by myself, then I'll look for another backend web developer so that me and the other backend web developer could work on the backend part of the website or platform, right? And if I have like empty slot in the team, then I can look for some like ML developer, uh, so that we could also add like basically recommendation system or prediction system as a feature in our platform, or basically a web3 developer, because we all know that web3 industry is booming nowadays. And if you like build something in web3 domain as well, or basically build some features in your application inspired from web3 domain, then also you get an edge over your other competitors, right? So in that way it's better to like choose a team having various diverse skill sets. Like it shouldn't be the case like 5 members ki team hai, and you have all the 5 members as front end developers. Then you'll all be able to like develop only front end part of the platform during the entire course of the hackathon, right? But the front end part doesn't hold that much value as compared to a full stack application. So that's why you need some front end developers, some back end developers, someone who manages design part, someone who manages ML part, if possible someone who manages like web3 part, if possible like someone who manages the research part, or a great presentation giver, like a great like a person who could like present your idea in front of the judges in a like smooth way, in a interactive way, right? So that's the thing, like the team should be very diverse. All right, so next question is from Krish Gupta. What do you think of full stack developers? If I keep in full for full stack devs, like really a great question, Krish. So like it's basically a like great strategy if you put full stack devs, like 4 full stack devs in your team. So like, but if I am putting like 4 full stack devs in my team, then also I'll have to define like this full stack web developer, this person will be handling only the front end part. Yeah, this person will be handling only the back end part. Like you can, you will have to divide the work in such a way. Or the second option is like you will be dividing the work on the basis of the feature. Like this person will be developing this feature end to end, front end, back end, database, etc. All the stuff regarding that feature will be handled by this person. The second feature will be handled by this full stack web developer, as he knows front end, back end, database integration, everything. So like this is the second scenario in which you can divide the work. So basically, having four full stack web devs in your team is a great idea, but you will have to manage the work in this segment as well. You will have to divide the work on the basis of uh, like assigning a particular domain like front end, back end, ML, web3, any particular domain, or you will be have to assigning the work on the basis of features or various templates that you will be considering in your website. So that answers the question. Krish Gupta has another question. Like, I am a full stack dev and a DevRel, so I can code and I can present both. All right, super well. So, what do you think of lone wolves? I mean, solo hackers. All right. So, Krish Gupta, I think you mean to say like if I participate solely solo in a hackathon, so you can definitely participate as a solo hacker in a hackathon, but you'll have to think like during the course of that hackathon, like will you be able to develop nearly 80 to 85% of your proposed solution solely because you are a solo hacker in your team. So you will have to see if you could complete your solution till that completeness percentage, else you will need a team to divide the work. Like hackathon already there is a lot of pressure environment, so if during that pressure environment if you get stuck in some domain, if you get stuck with an error, then whom you can consult? If you will have two to three members in your team, then definitely like you can consult your team members. You all can combinedly try to solve that bug. You all can combinedly try to resolve that error. Or if there is some suggestion given by a mentor or judge, then all can basically combine to divide the work and try to implement the suggestions given by that mentor or judge. So like it's better to participate in a hackathon with a team. So at least two to three team members hona is better, but you can definitely participate as a solo hacker if it's just the beginning. You can try in a hackathon to participate as a solo hacker definitely. All right. So next question is by Krish Khattar. So any tips for the last moments before submitting the project? All right. So I think before submitting the project, it's better to deploy your project on a public platform. There are various freely available websites. You can deploy it on Vercel, you can deploy it on render, you can deploy it on like GitHub pages if it's a front end type of application, or you can deploy it on various other platforms. So you can use those platform to deploy your website or application completely, so that with that link the mentor or judge could open your project and could give it marks, right? So basically in the last moment, I would prefer you also need to check all the features in your web application are completely working fine. Like when you connect front end part with back end part, then there might be cases like some of the features might doesn't get connected with the database or doesn't get connected internally, right? So in code there is some issue sometimes arises. Then in the last moment you have to do complete testing of your application or your project, and it's better to deploy it on a public platform like Vercel, GitHub pages, render, etc., and provide that deployed link, and also provide the link of GitHub also in the submission portal. Like if the submission portal is devfolio, then you can add up to 5 links, and like sometimes there might be dev post as the submission portal or hack to skill or any other portal. So you can consider adding as many links of GitHub or public links or your presentation link in the submission. It's better to add more than uh, 4 links. So that answers the questions. So are there any other questions?
Thank you so much, sir, like for sharing your knowledge about hackathons with us and how to win an hackathon. We are very obliged to have you here with us on the session 3 of Qubits. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Yashas, and thank you so much, Hack the Mountains teams, for giving me this opportunity to come as a speaker and guide the juniors. So I would like to say participating in hackathon is a really a great thing. It basically helps you in learning a lot of skill sets. So keep participating in hackathons. You will definitely win some of them. And if you need any guidance, you can definitely ping me on LinkedIn. So thank you, Yashas, and thank you,
Thank you
Hack
so
the
much,
Mountain.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.